Hello friends, welcome to Ideal Tutorials committed to excellence. Please like, comment, share and subscribe our channel. Friends, today we are going to do the chapter 10 of class 10th, light reflection and refraction. Reflection of light. The phenomena of bouncing back of light into the same medium by the smooth surface is called reflection. Now, laws of reflection. The law of reflection defines that upon reflection from smooth surface, the angle of refracted ray is equal to the angle of incident ray with respect to the normal to the surface, that is, to a line perpendicular to the surface at the point of contact. The second law is the reflected ray is always in the plane which is defined by the incident ray and the normal to the surface at the point of contact of the incident ray. Look at the diagram of the plane mirror. Now what is a reflected light? A light which goes back after reflection, it is called reflected light. Angle of incident. The angle between the incident ray and the normal ray is the angle of incident. An angle of reflection. The angle between the reflected ray and the normal ray. Now friends, what are the incident ray? It is a ray that strikes the surface, and point of incidence is the point at which the incident ray strikes the surface. Now reflected ray, the ray that bounces back on the striking surface. Normal ray is a perpendicular drawn to the surface. Angle of incidence is the angle between incident ray and the normal ray. Now plane of reflection is the plane where incident ray, reflected ray and the normal ray lies. Now come to the plane mirror. If the reflecting surface is a plane, then the mirror is said to be a plane mirror. And the spherical mirror, if the reflecting surface is part of the hollow sphere, then the mirror is a spherical mirror. It's of two types, convex mirror and concave mirror. In this mirror, reflecting the surface is convex and it diverges the light, so it is called a diverging mirror. Concave mirror, in this mirror reflecting surface is concave. It converges the light, so it is also called the converging mirror. Now what are the parameters of the mirror? Center of curvature, center of hollow sphere of which mirror is a part. Radius of curvature, the radius of a hollow sphere of which mirror is a part. Pole, the center of the mirror is pole, and the principal axis, the line joining the pole and the center of curvature is called principal axis. Now what is aperture? It's a size of the mirror which is called the aperture of the mirror. Principal focus, the point on the principal axis where all the incident rays parallel to principal axis converge or diverge after reflection through mirror. Focal length, the distance between pole and focus point is called focal length. Now what is the relationship between the focus and radius of curvature? Friends, focal length is half the distance between pole and radius of curvature. So we can say F is equals to R by 2. This is very important relationship. Conventions of spherical mirror. All the distances are measured from the pole of the mirror as origin. Distances measured in the direction of incident rays are taken as positive. Now distances measured opposite to the direction of incident ray are taken as negative, and the distance measured upward and perpendicular to the principal axis are taken as positive. The distances measured downward and perpendicular to the principal axis are negative, where F, V, U and are the focal length, image distance and object distance. And the formula is 1 by F is equals to 1 by V plus 1 by U. Students, it is a table which shows the nature and position of the image formed by concave mirror. Study this table carefully and then we can discuss all the 6 points one by one. Now case number 1, when the object is placed between the principal focus and the pole. Students, when the object is placed between principal focus and the pole, then the parallel ray of the line passes through the focus F and it is reflected ray dx, and the second ray AE, it is passing through the center of curvature C, is reflected along the same path forming the reflected ray EY. Since the reflected ray dx and EY are diverging away from each other, so these cannot intersect each other in front of the mirror. So the reflected rays dx and ey are extended backward by dotted lines and they intersect each other at point A dash behind the mirror. Thus the image formed in this case is behind the mirror, highly enlarged, virtual and erect. 2. When the object is placed at principal focus. Students, when the object AB is placed at a principal focus, then the parallel ray of light AD passes through the principal focus F, giving us the reflected ray dx, and the second ray of light AE passing through the center of curvature C is reflected along the same path, forming the reflected ray EY. In this case, both the reflected rays, that is dx and EY, become parallel to each other. So these rays cannot intersect each other and the image will be formed at infinity. The image formed in this case will be highly enlarged, real and inverted. The object is placed between the center of curvature and the principal focus. Now students, when the object AB is placed between the center of curvature and principal focus, then the ray AD running parallel to the principal axis and another ray AE passing through the principal focus intersect each other at point A dash beyond the center of curvature. Thus, the image formed is beyond the C, enlarged, real and inverted. 4. When the object is placed at the center of curvature. When the object AB is placed at the center of curvature C, then the ray of light AD is parallel to principal axis and another ray AE, which passes through the principal focus, intersect each other after reflection at point A dash, just below the position of the object. Thus, the image formed in this case at the center of curvature, same size, real and inverted. 5. When the object is placed beyond the center of curvature. Students, when the object AB is placed beyond the center of curvature, then a ray of light AD is parallel to the principal axis and another ray AE passes through the center of curvature, intersect each other after reflection at point A dash between focus and center of curvature. Thus, the image formed is between principal focus F and center of curvature C. It is diminished, real and inverted. Case 6. Image formed by a concave mirror when the object is placed at infinity. Now, when the object is placed at infinity, the two rays AB and DE running parallel to the principal axis get reflected at point B and E respectively and intersect each other at the point of principal focus on the principal axis. Therefore, in this case, the image is formed at the principal focus, which is highly diminished, real and inverted. Concave mirror. Friends, it is used as a shaving mirror. It is used by the dentist to see cavities. It is used in torches. It is used in making solar devices. They increase the temperature at the converging point. Image is formed by convex mirror. Now, the image formed in a convex mirror is always virtual and direct, whatever be the position of the object. Case 1. When the object is placed at infinity, the two rays AD and BE, which run parallel to the principal axis, gets diverged in the directions DG and EH respectively after getting reflected from the convex mirror. When the diverged rays DG and EH are extended backwards, they intersect each other at the principal focus F. Therefore, in convex mirror, if the object is present at infinity, then the image is formed behind the mirror at the principal focus, which is highly diminished, virtual and erect. Now the case 2, when the object is placed anywhere between pole and infinity. A ray of light AD starting from the point A of the object, which run parallel to the principal axis, gets reflected along dx. On producing back, dx appears to come from F. Another ray AE from point A of the object, which goes towards the center of curvature, is reflected back along EA. These two reflected rays dx and EA are diverging rays and appear to intersect each other at the point A when produced back. So, in this case, the image is formed behind the mirror between the pole and principal focus, which is diminished, virtual and erect. The uses of convex mirror. It is used inside the buildings, in large office buildings, stores, hospital and other many buildings have convex mirrors in the corners. Sunglasses. We might have used sunglasses many times. Vehicle mirrors, magnifying glasses for security purpose and street light reflector. And magnification. The distance of the image from the pole of the mirror is called the image distance V. Distance of the principal focus from the pole is called focal length f. Magnification produced by a spherical mirror gives the relative extent to which the image of an object is magnified with respect to the object size. This formula is valid in all situations for all spherical mirrors for all positions of the object. 1 upon V plus 1 upon U is equals to 1 by F. Magnification is height of the image upon height of the object H. This is equals to H dash upon H. H dash is the image height and H is the object height.
Friends, this is the first part of a chapter, and for the second part of the chapter we will come very soon.
Please like, subscribe, share and comment our channel. Stay tuned with the ideal tutorial.